Right, well, what the hell else are we gonna do? Let's go to, So I don't know, at this point people can't summon in here, right? But something people did suggest was summon in red phantoms and let them beat each other up. And I'm up for that. If people want to have a little bit of a fight club, I'll do a little bit of commentary. But because the boss is dead, I'll have to bonfire ascetic it, right? Drang Lake Castle, New Game Plus, and then Throne Room. We can do that too. But for the moment, let's, why can't I use the bonfire right now? Ah, there we are. Because someone's coming to kill me. Oh, there he is. Hello. Oh, boy. Ouch. Oh, God. Stars HT getting beaten up pretty bad early on. Mounting a counteroffensive, but he just can't seem to lock down Protagonist. Protagonist is circling around very efficiently here. The two competitors are squaring up against each other. The big swing coming out from Stars HT does manage to land a hit on Protagonist, who's rolling around trying to get a backstab on, but not quite able to get there in time. Stars HT throwing out a spell here. Protagonist trying to use that to get in with a final hit, getting Dark Spirit HT out of the way there with a brilliant little move, taking advantage of those casting frames on the spell. Let's give Ludwig a try. Nicely done, Fume Knight. That was a good fight. Now Ludwig the Holy Blade steps up to the task. Will he be able to take down the reigning current champion? He's spawning in with a spear of some kind. Looks like a lance. He's got a spell casting staff on his back as well. Competitors are readying up with buffs. Ludwig is laying down a couple of little lights. And we'll see how this one plays out. Don't know what those lights are for, but maybe they give him some kind of a buff. Is he making a summon sign for Satan? Invoking a demon to help him? No, just laying down the buffs. A lot of ice going on versus lightning. Conflict of the elements getting ready to get underway here. Now we're squaring up. Each person knows that range is a critical factor in this fight, with the spells leaving him vulnerable for a second. He manages to land a hit on Protagonist, delaying the attack just until Protagonist gets in range, letting him get the roll away. But now here comes the damage from that great sword. He does not have any defense against this particular lightning. He knows he needs to keep his distance if he wants to have a chance of surviving this. I'm gonna try and get out of the way so nobody's spells accidentally hit me. As Protagonist now has the upper hand, definitely in health, but Ludwig's still dangerous with those spells on his bill. But no! A quick roll in and a swipe makes Protagonist the double champion of the round so far. Very efficient use of damage. Really hard to resist that stuff once he gets in your face. Let's give Polonium Man a shot at it. Fight Club, baby! Protagonist so far undefeated champion. That damage coming out of that greatsword is truly terrifying. But here, our pernicious pugilist is stepping up to the plate with a mean build that nonetheless has the potential to do a lot of damage if he can get in close. I've seen Polonium Man in action a couple of times before, and he can be a mean mother if he gets half a chance to get his power combos off. Bows are coming out, respect from both competitors as Polonium Man starts to move in. He needs, of course, to be in that very close range, which is exactly where Fume Knight wants to be, what the protagonist wants to be as well, because that's where all the damage from that Lightning Greatsword can come down. So Polonium Man really needs to be careful about not taking too many hits, trying to get a stagger down and really nail him with those combos. He also has the long-range ability of doing a like Kamehameha style spell, which comes out right there, trying to get some damage down, but Fume Knight sees it coming. Instantly, protagonist closes in with a stab and finishes off again. That greatsword with a lightning buff just does not seem to be taking any losses today. I will say so far, protagonist living up to the name. He's the protagonist of this tournament arc, that's for sure. But here comes another challenger. Syandra getting ready to square up. Protagonist is laying down his buffs. The bow is coming out. We got an Artorias Greatsword and a something else that I don't know on Syandra here. A double Greatsword build, which means he can really deal it a lot of pain when he gets in close. Whoa! With a swoop over the top there, but doesn't land the damage, which is what he really needs here. And that does land vulnerable to, again, that tons of 1,241 damage coming out of those Ultra Greatsword with lightning on it. This stuff is OP as heck. But that's the game in Dark Souls PvP. Sometimes you take on an enemy that's just like one of the bosses that would otherwise be beating you down. Still, Sandra's doing a good job of staying at decent range and avoiding most of the damage coming out, but that swipe right there, it's so difficult to see what the range is on that thing. Sandra trying to do the same thing with the swipe of the Artorias Greatsword, gets a really nice hit and takes away half of Protagonist's health in just one swipe there. Protagonist now knows that he has to be careful as his lightning buff has expired and he doesn't have access to quite the same amount of damage anymore. He's now picking up, he's got spellcasting item there, hopefully trying to get some health back if he can. I don't think he's gonna have the time to do that with Syandra. It's one hit for either of them, and Syandra gets taken out. He does get the hit down on Protagonist, but Protagonist just has the more damage to a much smaller health bar. Very close on the edges around there. This was the first challenge we've really seen for our champion tonight. This is fun. Let's give Nursing Helper a shot. See if anyone can unseat the reigning champion. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. And yes, I'm still in the God of Struggle. You're out of healing. Okay, well, you'll just have to go until you die. But I dare say you're gonna have a strong record. So, another protagonist. This time, protagonist is up against his very own build, a lightning sword coming out. As Nursing Helper squares up with a lightning bolt to start off the round, easily dodged, but now protagonist doesn't have access to quite as much damage as he did before, with a backstab coming out from Nursing Helper, taking away a nice chunk of his health, trying to land that second hit right as the invincibility frames fade, but that's not quite enough. And now Nursing Helper trying for another lightning bolt, doesn't get it off, and now the backstab comes right back around. Not enough to do a substantial chunk of damage. Again, protagonist doesn't have access to his buffs right now because he's been fighting so well and so hard for so long, which gives Nursing Helper perhaps an advantage that they can turn into. Yeah, there we go, 580 damage, taking protagonist down to very low health. One more hit, maybe two, it's gonna be enough to take him out, and Nursing Helper still on full health with a lightning bolt landing with just a sliver of health left. Our reigning champion might see that win streak reduced now, but he gets a few hits back. All it takes is one combo. As always in Dark Souls, one combo is enough. One little mistake. As, yeah, protagonist gets another hit in there. That's might be enough to give him a shot here. He's got the shield out now, trying to be more defensive, even though the chip damage is probably going to take him down if even one strike lands. And there we go, with a punch! Nursing Helper manages to finish off protagonist. A clever little switch of weapons, giving them a completely different timing on their attack. Probably taking protagonist off guard there. Didn't realize that they would be fighting both fists and swords on this particular one. That was a really good run, though, from protagonist. Like, finally being out of healing was pretty much the thing. Because, like, if protagonist had landed a few hits with their lightning buff, like the hits that they did manage to land in this fight, they would probably have taken this one, but it's the attrition that's gonna get you over time. So now, Ludwig versus Nursing Helper. Both of these contenders trying to cement a win streak on par with what protagonist was able to do. The waves are coming out, people are laying down their buffs. And we're ready to get underway. Lightning coming out. A little bit of a spell being set up by Ludwig here. Lightning coming back the one way. This is going to be more of a long-range battle, I feel, with both contenders, especially Ludwig being willing to get on the distance, but no, charging in with a hell of a lot of damage, like a spell combination with some help from his sword, and then that Moonlight Greatsword power beam just finishing off the job in excellent and very convincing fashion. That was a ton of damage coming out really quick. I need some water. Ugh. That was a lot. But so far, Fume Knight definitely still reigning champion, definitely has the most. Let's give Julian a shot at this. And now we know just how dangerous Ludwig's combination there can be with the spells leading the way, forcing the enemy to get out and dodge, gives Ludwig a lot of cover to move in and try and lay down damage with his sword as well. It's that dangerous combination of both long range and close range offense, where if you manage it correctly, clearly, you can eat an enemy alive in just a couple of quick hits. But now, we've got a new contender in now. Ludwig is trying to set up his spells, gets the dodge out of the way. Julian taking a chunk of damage from that spell setup, just disadvantaging him when he tries to get in close. And now Ludwig is trying to create some distance again. I guess he wants to get that spell off again just to be able to create the distance. Laying down a spell overhead, don't even know what the hell that thing is, but it definitely puts Julian on the defensive that he doesn't quite know the range capability of the foe that he's up against. Now Ludwig is trying for it with a great sword, not where he's most powerful, and Julian seems to know this, but coming in close, trying to get a swipe down, runs straight face first into a couple of hits from Ludwig, which still lays down a ton of damage. Julian has not had a lot of health, and does not have a lot of health left and had a lot of luck getting in close for Ludwig. Gets a hit down there. Finally, Ludwig being forced to dodge and be careful, but oh, with two swipes coming straight back there, Julian gets stunned just long enough for Ludwig to finish off the job. That makes it a 2-0 for Ludwig in his current run. Although he has been taken down by our reigning champion protagonist more than once, too. Let's see. Anyone here who hasn't... Thanos! Okay, yeah, sure. No Thanos? Okay. Is that a summon sign over there? No, it wasn't. Galgamus! How about you take a shot at it? Grandma anger is rising. Yeah, this is gonna go on 2Bskine. I think I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing and cut the Fight Club out and post it as its own thing in case people want to see it. Oh, there comes a new challenger. Havel armor and nothing but fists. Galgamus steps up to the plate to see if she can take on Ludwig, who's on a 2-0 win streak so far. Competitors are squaring up, buffs are coming down, spell is being set up, and now it's just a question of when people want to go. Galgamus seems to be taking this pretty calmly. Now, of course, with fist weapons, they do need to get in really close, which can be a problem against the lots of spells that Ludwig has got to throw out here. Of course, he has to be careful about... Oh! Accidentally shoots the referee. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got plenty of healing. Oh, that was a nice jump, getting straight onto Ludwig, punching him down to quite low health. He's trying to come back with the Moonlight Greatsword, but he does take some damage back in return. This is a fight of attrition right now, and Ludwig does have the less health, although Galgamus, woo, with a nice little orb there, trying to take some damage back from his opponent. The punches, of course, he has a massive range disadvantage, so I'm trying to be very careful not to get hit by that Moonlight Greatsword. But all he really needs is getting close enough to land a good combo, and Ludwig will be seeing that health dropping really, really quickly. Galgamus looking for an opening, looking for an in. Ludwig switching away from the Greatsword, just trying to create some distance right now. Oh ho ho! With the drop kick, Ludwig takes it right to the face, and there comes the combo, finishing him off for the win. Ludwig finally goes down to the superior punching power of Galgamus. Very well done. That was a great finish. I mean, I just love that, that, like, running jump kick. It's so funny when it lands. That running jump kick is so good. Absolutely hilarious. Let's give Sandra a turn at trying to take down Havel Armor and Stone Fists. Galgamus might not be a viewer. Yeah, that's true. But they aren't God of Struggles, so I'm giving them a shot at least. Absolutely no waiting right here. Syndra going straight in for the fight, trying to... Ooh, Galgamos, unfortunately, having very little health left and apparently no way to heal, gets taken out quickly and efficiently. Let's give Triple Star HT another chance. What do they name themselves? Did they... that their name got censored? To take a shot at Syndra and his double greatsword build with that Artorias greatsword giving him a lot of agility, but also a lot of recovery frames if he doesn't manage to land the damage when it's needed. You didn't bring warmth. Aw, sorry about that. We'll do a few more of these, and if nobody can, like, manage to beat Fume Knight's streak, then we're gonna call Fume Knight protagonist. Aw, summoning just failed. Let's give Thanos a shot, then. The winner of this little fight club, because BAM! Oh no, it was not Galgamos who shot me. That was Ludwig's spell that accidentally targeted me. Oh, he named himself Knight. Oh, or Knight. And that gets censored out. As the Lord of the Universe, Thanos, slowly wanders up to the plate. I wonder what kind of build. He's got a double-edged sword here, right? Darth Maul vibes coming straight off our new contender here. And we do see the... I don't know what the range of that thing is, but getting hit right in the face with a little bit of a jar throw there. Lovely agility coming out as we see our competitor trying to get an edge at each other. The range game here is clearly important. There's some pyromancy on the other side. We haven't seen that being deployed yet, but presumably... Oh, Syndra taking a huge hit from Thanos, and another one. Oh, that combo coming out of that double-edged sword is really mean. And with the throwable items, they've got a range advantage as well. Syndra's down to some low health. Thanos is barely touching half of their health. Still, Syndra has a lot of damage potential in those swords, and if they can get in close enough to really manage it, that's just one combo is enough to take away most of your health in this game. But no, the range on that double-edged sword absolutely demolishes Syndra, giving Thanos Master of the Universe. That is a very creative build. That's a cool cosplay. It actually does look like Thanos, kind of. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's give Casca a shot. Can you summon Ludwig just so I can heal combatants after each match? I can do that. If I can find you. That is a Thanos build. That's cool. If I can find your summon sign, I'll summon you in so you can heal people. But right now I don't see them. Now Casca stepping up with a lightning spear of some kind, it looks like, to take on the mad titan of the universe. The fire buff is coming out. Competitors are squaring off. The respect being shown with this praise the sun. And we're ready to get underway. Once again, the range game is going to be incredibly important here, because whoever can land a hit first will force an enemy to retreat or get somehow get out of range of what they're trying to do. Because once that damage lands, Thanos, once again with those use items being deployed very efficiently, but so low on health after the last fight that they have to be very careful. They have the range advantage here with the items that they've got, but Casca really only needs to land a couple hits. We know how powerful that lightning buff can be, and whoa, with the swing on that particular spear, they almost managed to get a good hit in, but Thanos doing a good job of dodging out of it. Casca taking more damage, I think, than they were anticipating, especially from those thrown items, but they can throw items right back in Thanos' face as well, as he's looking for an opening to get that deadly combo off. Casca has the health advantage, and therefore, probably the advantage in the fight, and there goes with the spin to win! Casca takes out Thanos, defeating the Mad Titan, and bringing an end to this particular round. Okay, let's see. Ludwig, where the heck are you? If anywhere. Because if you want to heal people, I would sure appreciate it, but can't seem to find them. I'm gonna give Angry Grandma a shot at this. Angry Grandma coming in with a spear and a lance. And I know from first-hand experience how frustrating the lance can be to deal with, especially when it's got a fire buff on it as well. Casca and Grandma squaring off against each other. Casca with his back turned to the opponent, trying to bait them in for a backstab, perhaps, which might never come, or just apparently having forgotten to touch their controller for a while. Casca seems to have finally realized that there's a fight going on, but maybe a little bit too late as Angry Grandma manages to get a ton of damage off with that lance. But oh my word, the damage coming out of Casca. That was half of Angry Grandma's health in one swipe, so this is still very much up in the air as to who exactly gets the best chance of taking this one down. One hit from either will mean the end of this particular fight. And oh, Casca bounces against the wall, giving Angry Grandma the win. Unfortunate, but that's what happens sometimes when you're playing in confined spaces. Okay, let's see. We've got... Okay, after this, I'll summon Old Hero, if they're still around, to take a shot at whoever wins, and then I think we'll move on. And go to Drangleic Castle and see what happens in the New Game Plus over there. Oh, you were waiting for heal. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I can't find Ludwig's summon sign anywhere, so I can't really summon them in to heal people, unfortunately. That might be something to arrange for next time. Oh, we've got the double smelter sword coming out here. That's a build that I myself have been running around with a lot. It's not very efficient, but boy, it sure is fun to play Devil May Cry in Dark Souls. Angry Grandma, of course, still with some damage left over from that previous fight. Trying for the lance charge, getting some damage down at their tip, 250 to be exact. Their tip knows that if they can just land one hit with those double giant plumes of flame, they can do a ton of damage. But Angry Grandma with that lance is a really difficult thing to deter from charging into you. There's a roll coming around. There's a big AoE on that thing, but ooh, with the double stab, their tip takes another 472 damage, taking them down close to that dangerous half health, and Angry Grandma gets behind with the stab. Almost 1,000 damage coming out as their tip now really needs to be careful of not getting hit with the combo coming out as Angry Grandma manages the range correctly and gets the damage down. That's a 2-0 now for Angry Grandma. Very well done. As we run into our very last round, Angry Grandma is the only one who has a real chance of threatening the unprecedented win streak of Protagonist. Now, Old Hero has a chance to ruin it all, of course. But Old Grandma is currently tied with Ludwig for wins and can make it all the way to a second place with just one good combo on this one. They've got a katana wielder and a bit of a crossbow going on there, so there's both range and close range damage. And Angry Grandma can respond back with their own arrows, but those lightning arrows pack a decent punch. They have to be real careful about not getting just worn down from a distance, but Old Hero wants to come in for the close one, and he's got good range on that stab. 2 of those in the row takes out Angry Grandma, leaving them with a 2-1 record, and Old Hero with a 1-0. And that, I think, will be the end of this round of Dark Souls 2 Fight Club. As I'll take a shot at it myself and see if I can take out Old Hero. Obviously, I have a healing advantage, but they are definitely intent on making me bleed. Couldn't get the double off there. Fortunately, I have quite a lot of bleed resistance in this build, but, oof. I have the range advantage, but I definitely don't have... Oh, now I don't have the range advantage anymore. Ow! Lightning! Ow! 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 And magic. Very unfair. I don't have either of those things. I just have a big sword. What am I supposed to do with that? Hit you in the face? I'll have to get to your face first. Come over here! Oh, there we go. 405 damage. See how you like that straight to your cranium. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah! Oh, God. Double crossbows. Oh, fun. Fun times indeed. There we go. Oh, do you want to take a shot at it too? Alright, let's see if I can take out Protagonist. I have the healing advantage, but I feel like their damage... I have faced Protagonist in a fight before, down in the Dark Chasms, and it did not go well for me, let me tell ya. So I'm curious to see if I can manage to better my record this time around. I'm not using my preferred weapon, but... Ow! Oh boy! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ouch. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Come on. Ah! That should take me out. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I cannot compete with that lightning damage. And he knows the timing of that sword so well. Oh, I don't need honor. I just need to win. I think we can confidently declare Fume Knight / Protagonist the winner of that little fight club. That was a lot of fun.